90% of the stuff we worry about never happens, and what tends to happen is the stuff we never thought of. That is something which I've learnt over the last 44 years in property. And yeah, I mean, it frustrates me really, because if as a young man I could go back and actually have a word with myself, I would be able to get rid of so many sleepless nights and so many worries, so much agitation and anxiety, because 90% of the stuff I worried about never happened. Now, I'm not saying bad stuff doesn't happen, but it's usually not the stuff you imagine is going to happen. It's something you've never even thought of. And I think from a property perspective, because I think this is true of all aspects of our life, by the way, it's not just property, but thinking about it in a property aspect, one of the things which I noticed, particularly, say, on the Saturday morning at Masterclass, when we're talking about creative property transactions and how to do options and things like that, the number of concerns people have about potential deals. Well, we're only in the classroom talking about hypotheticals, but the objections that come up are all the things that people worry about. But whether I've just been lucky or shielded, I don't know, but most of the stuff which people throw at me, particularly people who are new to property, I've just never experienced it. I'm not saying it's not a theoretical possibility, but I've just never experienced it. And I think that if you're somebody who perhaps procrastinates a little bit, and you get a bit sort of stuck in the worry of doing something, now I'm not telling you to be reckless, and I'm not giving you financial advice, but it might be worth just sort of getting a hold of yourself and actually telling yourself 90% of the stuff we worry about never happens. So let's make myself do this thing which I'm avoiding doing on the excuse that something may happen. Does that make sense? I hope you found this video useful and informative, and if you did, then please come over to my website www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, where you'll find loads more great property related resources, including free special reports to download and my best-selling series of ebooks, which includes the Successful Property Renovators Workshop, 63 common defects in investment property and how to spot them. And if you're just starting out in property, or if you want to grow your portfolio, you may be particularly interested in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through exactly how I started and built my property portfolio, starting literally with none of my own money, and how I built a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in just 4 years. And that was starting from scratch. I'll take you through everything that I did right so that you can copy me and do the same. And I'll also show you everything that I did wrong so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made, and so that you can progress in property and be far more successful far more quickly than I ever was. And this is based upon my own real life experience, and it took me about 4 years to actually work out how to do property investing properly. But in the 200 pages in the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, I'm going to show you all of that 4 years knowledge condensed down so that you can use it immediately. And until next time, here's to successful property investing.